Our second method for factoring is grouping. In grouping, this is kind of like two-step factoring, or possibly even more steps. The idea is that we look for a factor that's common to just some of the terms, because we can't find a greatest common factor. And so we group those terms together and factor out the greatest common factor to those terms. Then, with what's left, we hope that something will factor again. So let's dive right into an example. In example 2, we have 6x squared minus y plus 2x minus 3xy. Okay, so we have the coefficients 6 to 3, and then variables x and y. What we want to do is we see that y is only present in 2 of the terms, so we're going to go ahead and group those together. We'll rearrange this to be 6x squared plus 2x minus 3xy minus y. We're going to group 6x squared plus 2x and then the negative 3xy minus y. Okay. In the 6x squared plus 2x, we find that this grouping has a common factor of 2x. In the negative 3xy minus y, we have a common factor of negative y. By factoring out the common factors to each group, we have 2x times 3x plus 1 plus negative y times 3x plus 1. And so what we hope to see is that what's left behind is the exact same, which gives us a common factor to the 2 terms we have now. So now we factor out the 3x plus 1, which leaves 2x minus y. And there is our final answer. This step's a little bit trickier than the greatest common factor method we saw above, so go ahead and try example 2b on your own. Pause the video and resume when you're ready to see the solution. Okay, so looking at example 2b, we have variables a, x, b, and y. We notice that a appears twice, that b appears twice, that x appears twice, and y appears twice. So it's kind of up to us how we end up grouping these. Let's choose, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just choose A. So I'm going to gather together the terms with A. AX minus AY, which leaves on the other side BY minus BX. Group these together. We see in this first term, or the first grouping, we have a common factor of A. In the second grouping, we have a common factor of B. Factoring out the common factor to each group, we have A times the quantity x minus y. And then for the second group, we have B times y minus x. Okay. Now what's left behind, the x minus y and the y minus x, are almost exactly the same. The problem is the signs are flipped in the second group. So what we'll do is we'll also factor out a negative 1, making this now a times x minus y minus b times x minus y. Okay, lastly, now that x minus y and x minus y appear in both terms, we can factor out the x minus y, leaving us with a minus b. You should always check your answers, multiply back through, and make sure that you end up with the original polynomial that we started with. For here, go ahead and try that on your own, just double check, and you should find that x minus y times a minus b is the correct answer. For the third method, the special binomials, we'll go over that in the next video.